Right everyone, WeaponCollector here. Right, I thought I would do a quick video on homemade and improvised and modified self-defense weapons. Now before I go any further, you can't actually carry anything in the UK for self-defense. So everything I'm about to show you is perfectly legal to carry as long as you carry it without the intent to use it for self-defense. So all these items are perfectly legitimate things that you can carry every day. So what I'll do is show you a tabletop view in a second to show you all of the items I've got. Before I go any further though, because people keep mentioning it, I would just like to say something. This is not a knuckle duster, it is a rubber hand gripper, and that over there, you can't quite see, is a sticker. Right, so what I have here are numerous items that can be carried on you, perfectly legal. If someone tried to attack you, rape you, mug you, something like that, in an emergency, these things could be used. Now, you get in trouble for it if you do, and if you went out with the intention to hurt someone with these, that is committing a crime. So, you cannot go out with the intent to hurt anyone with these items. They're emergency use items only. They all have a legitimate use, and also, the moment you say you are carrying them for self-defense, they are then deemed a weapon, and then again you're committing a crime. So all of these items are perfectly legitimate things that you can carry with a perfectly good reason. The other thing is, all of these items can either be modified yourself or homemade. So the first thing I'll go over are the sticks. So the first one I've got here is a shillelagh type stick. This one I made myself. I have a video showing you how to make this. I'll put a link in the description. And you can get this type of wood from anywhere. Quite easy to do. You can make this in about an hour. And they're quite nice decorative things. You can put a metal collar on the end. And you do have a nice sort of ball handle end on it. Yeah, traditionally made from blackthorn, but you can make them from any piece of wood that has a large bit on the end basically, and you can make that with very simple tools as well, all hand tools. Again, there is a video in the description showing you how to make that. This is a slightly more fancier walking stick. Again, this one is made from a tree branch, less knobbly one, and I carved a round head for it. You can put lead weights in those if you want, brass collar and a steel collar, and again I have a video showing you how to make that. And very simple tools to do those. This one is a deputy's yardstick. These were carried in mines. This is made from a hoe handle, very heavy duty metal collar. It's got the markings for, that is inch marks for 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot. That is why it's a yardstick, because it is a yard long. And those are traditionally used and carried. Again, very easy to make. You can buy the hoe handle from Amazon. It takes you a few hours to make a very heavy duty walking stick. This one is made from a tree branch. Make sure if you are going to do them from tree branches to get a branch and dry it out. Don't just pick up a dead branch because it'll probably be rotten. Metal collars on each end. Really simple to make that one. You just strip the bark off. We've got a slightly longer sort of hiking stick here. I've put a leather sort of handle on it and a lanyard. And this one is basically made from a broom handle. Or it may be a rake, but I'm not sure. But yeah, you can just get a broom handle if you want. And I've just put a walking stick cap on the end there. This is my extending walking stick. I've actually made my one from an extending curtain pole, shower curtain pole. It has all the holes pre-done, and it also has the button to extend it. I put the handle on and the rubber end, and you can actually do this with a NHS walking stick, and then you can extend it into a full size one. And I've reinforced this lower part with wood. So when this is shut, it is quite a nice, compact, heavy duty, strong walking stick. Now I wouldn't mind putting a lanyard on this as well, and if you're going to put a lanyard on, you'd probably have to drill through there and there, put a ring on it, put a lanyard on it. but that is very good, and I've actually used that in city centres and it's been fine. I had a couple of looks, but I think that's because people might have thought I was carrying a flute, to be honest, because of the holes and the colour of it. And you don't necessarily have to have a visible limp to be carrying a walking stick, because I didn't. There are plenty of illnesses you can have that don't require you to look physically disabled, if that makes sense. What I had was vertigo, which required me to have a stick. I reckon if you had quite bad migraines, that would require carrying a stick if it came on. Yeah, stuff like that. This here is a heavy duty selfie stick that I made. The camera mount just unscrews, so you can take the camera off, put it in your pocket. And this is quite simple to make. It's just a wooden handle, wooden shaft, metal collar in each end. You don't need to do that. And I've just mounted the part of a camera mount there. Lanyard. Yeah, that was for when I go down the woods. I often break my selfie sticks, so I can take that now and that'll last a lot longer. One of the other things you can mod are flashlights, because flashlights often come with no lanyards and stuff like that. So this one, when I got it, didn't have a lanyard. So what I did was, and I recommend lanyards on things, it will stop you dropping them. I took this spring out, drilled a hole through, and then put a adjustable lanyard on. And that just means it's a lot less likely to be dropped then. And I also put a set screw here to stop this head moving up and down, because I preferred it in a solid place. So that's the mod you can do with those. Mag lights, again, you can do the exact same thing to put a lanyard on a mag light. This one I've drilled 2 holes in the side and put a lanyard on. This one I've done 2 holes in the bottom. You do need to fill those up with silicone, and again I have videos showing you how to do both of these lanyards. These 2 have also been modified to have better lights in them rather than the old lights they had. This one is Cree LED and it strobes, which I'll do now. So yeah, and you can buy those upgrades now. And ideally, a 18650 upgrade for these would be really good. But yeah, get the upgrades if you're going to have a mag light, because the old lights in those are crap really. Got a couple of homemade tactical pens here. This is a tactical pencil, so you just get a piece of wood, drill a hole so you can put a pencil inside it, and then you can make a nice big heavy duty sort of tactical pencil there. This one was a Pocket Sharky. Problem with the Pocket Sharky, it says what it is really, and you don't want anything saying self-defense or weapon or something like that. So I basically scrubbed and sanded off all of the writing. And the other thing I did, because I didn't want to be carrying around a Sharpie, because I don't really use a Sharpie, I actually put in it a proper sort of biro type pen. So it's a lot more usable now. That's quite a big one, but yeah, that is something you can make yourself. Bottles are modifiable, so beer bottle style water bottle. Now, I wish I could find where to get these from. This is a really good bottle. If you look up something like aluminium long-necked bottle or aluminium beer bottle, you might find something like this. But how this one's been modified, it has a rubber grip on, and these are like a, I can't remember what this is called, but it's a material that you put on and you heat it up with a heat gun, and it's like a shrink wrap type stuff, but it's rubbery. And then it's got a lanyard on it, again, so that if you're carrying it you don't drop it. But these are good because they're quite heavy duty. The lid has got a decent thread on it, and it's quite sturdy. I've got another one here. This is another small little bottle, but this one doesn't come with a proper lid, so you can get these rubber bungs that go on, and even if you was desperate, a cork would do, but that would still do the job. But yeah, you do need a proper stopper for these, otherwise they'll leak. The last couple of things we've got on here are various pouches and money carriers. So this is something I developed recently. It's not quite finished yet. I need to do the 2 poppers on the sides. But this is a wallet for carrying money and coins in. Those would be poppers eventually that would shut. But it has quite a big strap on the back. So you could put it on your hand like that. Or even potentially like that. But that is a belt loop essentially. Or just a carrying handle. But yeah, that's not finished yet, and that's a sort of prototype of something that I was coming up with. You do get little pouches like this that you can put a lanyard on. That could be swung about if need be. And in here is a pound coin holder. So you basically fill this with pound coins, and you can put that in there, and then that's a little coin holder. Exact same thing here. This is a leather pouch full of coins. It's got a little carabiner here, so you can unhook it, take your money out. And then there's another one here, bigger lanyard, bigger pouch, but again it could fit something heavy in it like money, or I did think potentially spare batteries, but I'm not sure. But yeah, you could. There's nothing stopping you carrying 6 or 9 AAA or AA batteries in there or something, or 18650 batteries for your torch or something like that. Make sure you have the torch on you as well though. And all of these can either be held with lanyards or paracord or chains, the same chain you would have with a wallet. And it's recommended probably having some of these hooks on as well, so you can unhook them. And the last one I've got in here, again, is another money carrier. Just fill that with coins. Make sure they're nice and tight so they don't rattle about. There's not a lot in there. And then this is just a woven lanyard made from paracord. And again, you could make that yourself, or you could buy one of those, or that could be one of these type of straps, or anything like that really. So yeah, these are the items I know that I've got that are either homemade, modified, or sort of improvised. If you have any ideas yourself, let me know. But I would prefer something that people can make easily or modify easily. That is what all of these items are. So yeah, I hope that gave you some ideas. Remember though, none of these items can be carried with the intention to be used as a weapon, and that is not what they are. I have to do that in the title, otherwise people won't find the video. These are all things you can legally carry on you while you're out and about with a legitimate use. None of them are for self-defense, but if someone was trying to kill you, rob you, rape you, all of the things that we've mentioned, these could save your life. But they are not to be carried with the intent to be used as a self-defense weapon, and also you must never say that they are for self-defense, because they're not. That's just a walking stick. That's just a torch. That's just a bottle. That's just a coin carrier, etc. Right? I hope you liked the video. Hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to like the video. Share it if you know somewhere where you could share it. Definitely subscribe. I do a lot of these kind of videos. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. See you later.